welcome to another episode of Insightful Leaders, an initiative under Thoughts on Education by collegedunia.com. So today we have with us Dr. Manpreet Kaur Rajpal, who is the Director and Dean Academics of Indore Institute of Law. Ma'am, greetings from College Dunia.
Thank you. A heartfelt welcome, dear. It's Preeti. Preeti, thank you for asking me for an interview. And I think it's long that we've been trying to conduct an interview. I was not able to give time. You've been very patient with me. So I'll say really thank you. Apart from that, to everyone, this is the last working day of 2020. Hope to have a wonderful, blessed and happy 2021. To everyone, I wish everyone a lovely new year.
Thank you so much for your wishes, ma'am. So here it goes. The very first question is, tell us about your experience in the education industry and what makes it the best industry to work in.
When I say education, dear, I have been pursuing many degrees. I've completed so many degrees. I've never stopped studying. It is just because of my parents that when I started with BCom, then I did my LLB. Further, I pursued my LLM. Then I pursued PhD. After that, I did my MBA in finance, then MA Pol Science and MSW. Currently, again, I am pursuing DLED, that is the post-doctrinal studies. I'll say education for me is just not a way to earn money. When I was young, my undoubtedly parents they are the ideal of any child. My parents used to be very focused that our children should study. And I never happened to see this, that they ever, you may say, guided us that education is just a mode of earning. And that somewhere has deepened in my mind. And that gives me you may say, notion, and I'm very strong on that. That education is not just simply studying, getting a degree, and then earning via that degree. It is an approach which gives you a dream to live. That is, it widens your mentality. It is the entire education process. Is the vision, it gives you a vision, it's broaden your visions to live. When I say education, it gives, in a way, a strength to dream big. And not only the strength to dream big, but to accomplish those dreams. And that is what we call education. I'll give you just a little example of the same. You move to a suburb, or you may say a village. You will see people are different over there. They're not different by physical structure. They have a different mindset. When you move out from there, you move to a suburb, the mentality would be different. From there, you move to a town, people's approach would be different. Then you further move to metros, there the approach would be different. And when you move out of India, you may say the country, the approach is different. That is, the entire world is going on through minds. It's everywhere mind works. And education enlightens not only the soul, but minds of people. And therefore, I believe education is one of the most enticing profession which I could have ever opted for. But I'll be very candid, I never opted education by choice. I was a CJ Persing candidate and a very pompous child. Very pompous child in the sense I have been, with God's grace, always blessed with whatever I wanted. I used to get it with a lot of ease. And that gave me a notion that I'll crack my judiciary in first attempt. And I used to say my parents that I'll do that in my first attempt without taking tuitions and all. And incidentally, and with God's grace and my parents' support and my sister's support too, I have an elder sister, Ritu. She is my pillar of strength in my life, I may say. They supported me and I cracked my judiciary in my first attempt. And after cracking the judiciary, I realized that this is not what I want. Because that was just, when you are young, you have big dreams and you chase the dreams. I realized after chasing the dream that I'm not meant for this isolated life of a judge, I won't be able to live it. And after that, I was by chance, I was a merit holder in LLM, and it was being a DAVV merit holder keeps weightage. And my friend happened to appear into an interview where I was with her. And there I was being offered a job, and after that life changed, that I entered into education. But today at 2020, after being associated to the education industry for the last 15 years, I feel this is the best thing which has happened in my life, that I'm in education, always surrounded by young souls, which makes you alive and agile. So I'll say this is one of the best profession. And apart from that, I'll be a bit feminist here. For females, I'll say it is really one of the best profession, because it gives you life to live. In corporates, you work 9 to 9. Females, I believe, they don't have time for themselves. Then why we have to work, earn? Why we have to move out? So here in educational institutions, you have a lot of scope to enjoy every moment of life. We celebrate so many occasions. You even relive your childhood, your adulthood. So I believe females should definitely look forward for this profession very strongly. And apart from that, undoubtedly, education is for everyone. It is above female, at par it is for males even. That those who believe in enlightening, they should come into this profession. Yeah, I don't want people just to come because they don't have any other job. Yes, I believe people should be dedicated, because teachers are a teacher carve the future of any nation. And if you really believe that responsible attitude, then only you should enter this profession, because there are millions of people, those who follow as their ideals, their teachers. So you should come up to their expectations. Over to you, Preeti.
Great, ma'am. It was seriously a learning experience which every girl should inspire upon. So the next question is, how does the curriculum of Indore Institute of Law ensures the best practice of the industry is being followed?
Look, Indore Institute of Law, at Indore Institute of Law, dear, basically, we are not just creating graduates. We don't believe in the philosophy of just creating law graduates. We really believe in creating good professionals, that is legal professionals. For that, the regular curriculum is there, which is being provided by the university which we are associated with. We are affiliated to Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. Apart from that, undoubtedly, everyone is affiliated to BCI, Bar Council of India. The curriculum which is followed, it's straight away from their ends. But eventually now it's a very competitive world. You need to keep on doing things to match the industry requirements and to make industry-based, skill-based legal professionals. So at the Indore Institute of Law, we are trying a lot, you may say many things we are trying. And the best part here is that here is a very visionary management. Very young people have came up with Indore Institute of Law 17 years back. So they are very visionary. They dream to make IIL one of the premium institutes. And what happened basically in universities, there are many departments working. So there their focus goes. But here at IIL, we are just preaching and working on the domain of law. So every approach is very specific at IIL. Out of them, I'll just share two with you, which makes IIL one of the best place to study, as well as you may say how we are connecting with the industry for all the IIL. You may say the best practice for the industry. First is we apart from all the sessions, you may say regular classroom sessions, we work out for few special sessions. Take for instance, we have a special session on drafting and negotiation. If you look around the world, you will see that one of the most indispensable attribute of any law school is mooting. That they promote mooting to a great extent. And I've seen it, mooting is now in vogue everywhere. But mooting is not only the thing which has to be flashed to law students. And that is the thing that other few skills are being neglected by major law schools in the world, I'll say. And out of them, one is drafting and negotiation skills. Drafting is being, though it is being part of the curriculum, but maximum law schools are not paying that much heed on it. So for at IIL, what we are doing is that we have so many collaborations in which we are trying to create special sessions for teaching them drafting skills. And I'll say in this pandemic time, where IIL has conducted more than 8,000 plus online classes, we have conducted 13 international competitions. And looking into the drafting part, we devised that is Masters Draftsman Competition. If you will check out IIL's webpage, you may say the FB page, you will see that we have conducted a competition named Masters Draftsman somewhere around first week of August, 5 to 8th August. And we got a collaboration with Jaggi and Jaggi Associates and Kocher. co-chair law firm, the Malcolm. It was Divya Malcolm, ma'am. She was the person who associated with us for this competition. And the only reason of getting the association was that they were so delighted to see that some law school is coming up with other parts of lawyers attribute apart from mooting. That we created a competition in that we created 2 rounds. The competition was named as Masters Draftman, and we created first round as the oral round, in which there was negotiation. We gave problem. You may say a problem was being given, and the client had a discussion with the lawyer, and negotiation was being carried out from both the ends. The terms and conditions were jotted down by both the lawyers. As per the talk, they jotted it down. That was the first round. The second round was the terms and conditions which they decided. After the negotiation, on that basis, they had to draft they have to draft a contract for their clients for the sale. This was the second round. And in this way, we conducted Masters Draftman as this was newly created. We created it. Means that was this competition you will see nowhere in the world. This is the creation of IAL. For that, we conducted previous sessions. And in that previous sessions, we had a workshop of 1 day for negotiation skills, 1 day for contract drafting. And 1 day we conducted a demo for all the students of this competition. And this way we went it for 5 days, and we finally came up with this new competition. And you won't believe all the people from legal fraternity associated with negotiation, contract draftings and all, they were overwhelmed. And they gave us such a huge support that this is the need of the hour, where industry, the professionals which are coming out, the students those who are pursuing law, when they pass out, they are lacking these skills. So IL in nutshell, I'll say IL is really trying to bring up everything, every new thing which is the need of the hour, and trying to create industry-based, skill-based legal professionals. Apart from that, undoubtedly mooting, we are going for mooting sessions, the second sessions. Then we have placement sessions. That is the CDC sessions. In that, we are grooming up students through how to fetch internships. We look into their preferences. We go for the psychometric test, and we finalize after all that you should move into litigation, judiciary. That is a career guidance sort of, and then we let them pursue those internships. So again, that is very specific. From day one, you start getting the idea where you need to land up, because law is very dynamic and versatile. I'll say in broader sense, if we see once a person pursues law, at the end of the day, he can be a lawyer, he can be a judge, he can be a legal advisor, he can be a corporate lawyer, then he can be into academics, he can pursue, labor officers, welfare officers, and lot many jobs avenue. You can move into army. So when the student starts with law after 12, they don't have that much idea. So while going through all this, they realize where they want to land up, and their internships are with lapse of time specific. So again, that gives a industry-based, skill-based legal professionals at the end of the day. Apart from that, we have literary sessions. Literary sessions are all for developing your oratory skills, because for legal profession, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a judge, you need to have very good research skills as well as very good oratory skills. So that is the work of literary sessions. And apart from that, we are conducting drafting sessions, the moot sessions, the literary sessions, placement sessions, and one more sessions which we are conducting on a very regular basis for PD sessions, for grooming and making a good personality, which contributes to communication skills, soft skills and all. Apart from that, we are having library sessions. When I say library sessions, you'll see all the law schools have multiple subscriptions. They have subscriptions of online legal research engines like SEC. Then we have Westlaw, LexisNexis. Apart from that, Shodhganga, InflibNet. But eventually, to the stark contradiction, students aren't using these platforms much. So here we are not giving, only providing them. We are not just providing them those legal platforms, but we are hustling them. Actually, I use this word. We are hustling them to use these platforms. Means we are trying to inculcate a habit in students that they may use these platforms. We have around 25 national and 4 international journals in our library right now. So it's you may say it's the need of the hour that library has to be enriched. But what about the students' habit? We need to inculcate a habit that students really go through it. And this is what we are doing, that we are not only coming up with these subscriptions, we are hustling these students to use it, and in a very smart way. We are conducting library sessions where we are teaching them how to read books, how to go for journals, how to go for commentaries. And this is again a different phenomenon at IIL. This is the first thing, that we are conducting so many special sessions for these students to enlighten them and to keep them industry ready. Second very good thing of IIL is that we have a skill development cell. Again, this is at IIL, everything is new. We design things, we don't follow things, we make things. So here we have created skill development cell. That is SDC, we term it as SDC. When initially we came up with the idea in 2017, it was more of it like a dream. That what is it? This concept we don't get. We have a culture of, you may say, society culture at IIL. That is, student representative bodies are there. 9 societies are there at IIL, and this is from 2013. That we have student bodies, and these bodies, after every semester, they propose us events, and those events are being taken up by the director and dean or the principals, and after that a planner is being created for the next semester. And these activities are actually conducted by these society. Take for instance, Moot Court Society gave a proposal that next sem they will be conducting a trial advocacy competition. Sports Society gave that we will be conducting a Kurukshetra comprising of 5 indoor events and 2 outdoor events. Like this, we get proposals. Those proposals are compiled. We compile it and make a planner. And those activities are conducted by these student bodies. Means IIL is student driven. When I say student driven, we don't need people to work, but this is a way to create leaders. This world needs leaders, not workers. Undoubtedly, people are needed, but leaders are the need of the hour. That where you people, those who initiate new things. So by this, we are inculcating our students all the managerial skills as well as leadership skills. This system is going on from 2013. In 2017, we initiated skill development cell, and we structurized it in such a way that all the student representative bodies, which includes societies, 9 societies and 9 clubs, they started coming under the edges of SDC. SDC is skill development cell. Under it comes the student council, the Student Council of Indore Institute of Law, and under it both the bodies come. That is 9 student societies and 9 student clubs. And this is what makes IIL again different. When so many students work, the things become larger, and it becomes larger than life. Undoubtedly, participating in an event is very good, but conducting it, learning it, it gives a lot of exposure. I'll give you a recent example. We had our 9th International Law Fest at IIL. We have just finished it up on 18, 19 and 20th of December. 9th Lex Bonanza. It is being named as Lex Bonanza. In this 9 chapters we initiated from 2012, we had 2 Chief Justices of India, those who have adorned these 9 chapters. And apart from that, this year we had Salman Khurshid sir with us for as the inaugural guest, and valedictory we had Justice Ashutosh Shastri sir from Gujarat High Court, and he was the person who judged the final round of moot. This entire event, we had 167 teams registered for this event, and we had 9 competitions in this event. We had 8 international countries, those who have participated, that is Italy, Pakistan and moot. Then we had Uganda, Canada, Australia, London, and 1 from Nigeria, the team in paper presentation. 8 international teams, and we had around 141 teams across India, the top law schools, and 17 national law schools participated into it. You can understand the grandness of the event. And I'm so proud to say that this entire event was conducted by the Student Council of Indore Institute of Law with the help of 9 societies. So again, this is a very unique feature of Indore Institute of Law, where students are getting so much knowledge that they can really conduct, participate, and handle such big and huge events, which really gives them again you may say, edge on other students when they move out of the college. The third and the last thing which I believe is different at IIL is the CDC, that is Career Development Cell. The career development cell basically works for these students. But at IIL, it works for these students, by these students, and of these students. It is basically all the work is being done by students. They only make the database. Like in 5th year, we have a RCC concept, that is a core recruitment committee, recruitment core committee. Students are the members of it. They make the brochures of final year. They make the database entire where they have to forward, and they work with the CDC. So again, this makes them very independent and a unique and best practice, I may say, of IIL for the industry. So there are many things which I can speak about IIL because it's now long being associated to this institute, and I've seen it from very start. So I believe it is undoubtedly, I'm fortunate to be a part of it with this visionary management. And apart from that, I'll say at IIL, they don't just make promises, they keep promises, which really makes me even stick to the organization from so long. So I'll say a very good institute with a very visionary management and a lovely bunch of students. And I am fortunate to have a very good, you may say, staff or team members, those who really carve that. They turn my dream into reality every time. So I'm blessed to be a part of IIL. And I believe all the children, we have around 12,000 plus alumni, those who have been from IIL. They are all doing very good everywhere, whether it's academics. We have people working at Amarchand Mangaldas, we have people in judiciary, we have 52 CJs working in India. We have one member of parliament working from the alumni of IIL. So undoubtedly, it's a premium institute which is working day and night to strengthen the legal fraternity by giving them best of legal professionals. Over to you, Preeti.
Thank you so much for taking us through the curriculum of IIL. And it's great to see IIL is working towards, making the students industry ready. This is the need of an hour. So my next question is, how do you tend to establish a relation with the students, being the director and dean academics of Indore Institute of Law?
Now, this is really a task to do, because undoubtedly, the more you are attached to students, the more students are attached to the institute. If that transparent system works in any organization where students are heard, undoubtedly those organizations have a different level of work, different level of stand in the society as well as legal fraternity. At IIL, we have created such a hierarchy and system that every child can reach anyone in couple of minutes, or you may say, yes, with little effort. We have a system of hierarchy here. There is, we start from the bottom, it's CR, that is class representative, and they hold a very strong position. If any case they have any issues, the class is having any issues, the child has to contact the CR. The CR, if the CR is able to resolve, that is wonderful. In case the CR is not able to resolve, the CR will reach to the batch coordinator. That is the, you may say in school language, a class teacher. That is the batch coordinator system at IIL, and a very strong batch coordinator system. We have batch faculties, those who look into every part of students, that is academics, their co-curricular activities. We have such a strong batch coordinator system at IIL that the parents can even have words with the batch coordinators about the peer groups which they have. And you can understand at college level, this minute working is very rare. But at IIL, every child is being noticed by the batch coordinators, and batch coordinators are just for one section, you may say, and one section contributes to 60 students. So it is very easy to handle 60 students. And we give utter liberty to parents, and parents can easily contact the batch coordinators for the WhatsApp performances. If the batch coordinator is not able to resolve, then the matter is forwarded to the academic coordinator. Academic coordinator is the next hierarchy, means all the batch coordinators fall under the edges of academic coordinator. If the academic coordinator is able to resolve, then the story gets over. In case they are not able to resolve, then the matter is forwarded to the head of the department. If the head of the department is able to resolve, it is good. Else it is moved to the principal, and next is to the director. So basically, it resolved via this channel, and it is very easy for students. And apart from that, I'll be very candid saying that we have all the official groups of IIL where these students directly can approach me. And at times I'm directly rewarding them on that even, because I believe we are promoting legal rights and legal duties. We are making law-abiding students. So undoubtedly they have utter right to have a word directly even with me. So if students, in case they feel there is something which they don't want to share, they can directly have a word with me via the chat. They can have a word with me telephonic, but I avoid telephone because we have 2,200 students studying at IIL. It's not very feasible that I may have an interaction with everyone on phone. But apart from that, in case they feel they need to meet me only, they can take a direct appointment from the HRs, and I am easily available to them as well as to the parents. And frequently I even conduct meetings. I have on 2nd January meeting with all my batches. That once in a blue moon, I directly have a meeting, even that in case you need some assistance or if you want to speak up something, they can speak out in the meetings. So there is full-fledged system working there where every student gets an opportunity to be in touch with me even and with other people even. And I'll say not me, the chairman come owner. They even meet in case the person wants to meet. Again, via an appointment, they are even in the premises, and one of the best features that all the authorities are available in the premises, which makes again IIL very unique in the approach, because usually you will never find chairmen and owner all the time sitting in the campus, but they are there. So it's very easy for students to approach us as well as parents.
That's great.
What do you think?
That's great. So my last question to you is, what goals do you have in your mind for your institute over the next few years?
Goals. When I say goals, dear, I totally believe, genuinely I'd say, I believe in human values here. And somewhere leadership do matters, because people believe that leadership is to create followers. But my philosophy is leadership is to create leaders. When you start creating leaders, that is the time when you really become a leader. And that is the time when you really become leaders. So I'll say I believe in teamwork, and I believe that people should grow in such a way that they strengthen the society. Today you will see we have so efficient youngsters. If you see around, all these school colleges are doing very good. I believe all the educational institutions are putting their heart and soul and leaving no stone unturned to give the best. And so they are creating efficient professionals. But eventually I just don't want efficient professionals. I want efficient professionals with human, you may say, heart. And that is the thing which is being missed. At IIL, we are really creating that, carving good human beings. Those who come up with good human, you may say, when they are good human beings, they'll be good human professionals. They'll be good human legal professionals. They will be good citizens. And at the end of the day, when we work for a student, the crux is that they be happy and successful. And for successful, they have to understand that being efficient is one thing, but being efficient with human values is another thing. And there we are hammering that all our students are not only efficient, not only they are good legal professionals, we are giving them everything to be a good legal professional. But at the same time, we are leaving no stone unturned to make them good human beings. And that is why we have so many philanthropist you may say activities going on in the premises, where we really carve these students to imbibe human virtues, because those human virtues at the end will make them good lawyers. A lawyer would be named. There are many lawyers in the country, those who are very, you may say, they have earned. But I'll say you will always remember those lawyers, those who have done something very good for human beings, for the human race. You may say Mahatma Gandhi. Why it makes him different? That he was a lawyer. He was a lawyer, but at the same time, he was a very good human being. So what IIL really goes and what IIL really looks up to is, undoubtedly, you should be a very good legal profession. Wherever you go into litigation, you go into judiciary, you go into corporates. But your virtues should be intact. Means if you are a lawyer, you should try to work out for truth. If you are a judge, administer justice. by the virtues, human virtues. And if you are into corporate world, strengthen the society and really help the needy, because in corporates you earn, I believe you should earn in such a way that you strengthen the society. So the bottom line is, we believe into creating legal professionals with human hearts. Over to you, people.
Great, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. It was really a pleasure connecting to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you people for taking out time. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Have a blessed and a lovely new year 2021. May it brings a lot of happiness in everyone's life. And I pray that this new normal changes and we have beautiful lives with all colors, all coming ahead in this 2021. Good day, everyone. Take care.